Hello, hello, hello. Ichthia is here saying hi. What's up, Totally Excellent? Yeah, Ichthia, I saw that you got your Granite State Punk. Congratulations. Not Granite State Punk, your Cthulhu Invades. How is everyone this evening? I am here. I am going to spend a little bit of time with you guys to kind of celebrate the last little bit of Granite State Punk. We have had a great day. If you see it, we're getting there. I want to get to 250. I'd love to get to 260, but let's see what we can do in this last half hour. I want to spend that with you guys, talk to you about it. If you have any questions about Granite State Punk or anything like that, let's hear them. Let's hear what's up. If you guys are watching from Twitter or YouTube or Facebook, please say hi. Let me know you're here. I'm excited to see you. I'm excited to know that you're live and that we're live and everybody's talking. It's been a good campaign. I've been happy with the results. I've been happy with what we've been able to pull off. Yeah. So how is everyone tonight? Anything going on? Ichthia, anything going on with you? We're all kind of gathered together a little bit. And he says, thanks again for the opportunity to color Cthulhu Invades. I hope you work with you again. Yeah, man, it's a really cool book. I'm very happy that you've got your copy. Let me see if I can show one to the camera. I've got one over here. This is not the copy that you got, but yeah, it's really good. And Ichthia did. It's a big book. Ichthia did some coloring pages in here. Let's see. He did them pretty early on. Let's see. Yeah, I'll show the double page. He did those, which are really, really cool. And I appreciate that, him doing that and doing everything. So we are like kind of hanging out tonight. I decided to go live on Twitter too. Not sure if that's going to do anything because Twitter tells me like 12 people are listening right now, which is not accurate. It's not an accurate statement. Twitter is lying to me. But the goal is to just kind of talk, hang out. I should be watching wrestling, but I'm really excited about this campaign and I want to share it with you guys. I want to talk to everybody, let people know what's going on. I figured we can go through it real quick. Let me go through it while we're talking, while we're hanging out. Let's see. Yeah, Coins Judas. We are at 247 backwards, 25 minutes to go. Last little bit of time. As you see, we've done 4 issues. This would be the 4th, which is pretty cool. Our cover A right here is by Patrick. It's called Only Posers Fall in Love from the famous show SLC Punk. The vlog we've reached an exotic price, exciting comics, 47 shipping September 25th. That's really awesome. Yeah, I saw that. I thought they were not doing exciting comics anymore. So, congrats. It's really cool. I see we've already sent this out to some people, in the past. So we showed some of the covers, which is really cool. People who've got the book and been happy about the book. So I'm really happy about just people who've backed it and supported us in the past. We're very proud of this book. I am the creator of all these books right here. Some you're going to see pretty soon. You got some new ones being added to the list. Meet Granite State Punk. This is Zeke. He's middle-aged punk, straight edge kinda. Is a warlock. Is from New Hampshire. Is kind of a prick and hates everyone. We got this wonderful cover by Bruno, which is really cool. I got my first message of someone who wants to back after Score Worlds. I love this. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. After 3 years of hard work, can't wait to begin coloring issue 6 of the Flock. Yeah, that's awesome, man. In fact, let me share this link out to everyone real quick. Share it on YouTube. Share it all over the place. So let people know they have it. If you need it, it's right in your stuff, which is neat. Let's see. Share it on Facebook as well. I don't normally go live this early, and I don't normally talk for a long time, but Zeke is misunderstood. He is misunderstood. Misunderstood of awesome. Zeke is one of my favorite characters to write. We got issue 1, we got issue 2, which is Breaking Edge, issue 3, which is The Coven, and now we are on the next one. We showed some cover pages. We deal with Paul Revere. We show some of the grittiness of the book, Patrick does such a beautiful job. And Icthea can back me up here. The pages, digital does not do it justice. I know some books look better on digital. He does not. He looks better on the paper. The size and everything he's doing looks just great. Very happy with it. We got a little sexy time. So if you're in the not safe for work stuff, a little flash forward / facts back of some stuff coming up in the next couple of issues of school. The art is 100% done. I show that here in very, very tiny form to let you guys know. You don't have to worry about that. And there's cover A, cover B by Bruno, which is great, or Brando. I've changed that several times. That's not a thing. Patrick, right there. We have Benjamin Morris. We've got C.R. Florence. Those are our cover artists. But yeah, it's really cool to get this one out, get this in the bag. Thank you, backer, whoever backed. We're at 47. It's just a phase. What's up, man? Yeah, we're talking about Granite State Punk. We're at the last 21 minutes. We figured we would share about it, answer any questions if anybody has any, show some love to the campaign. Doing something. I gotta change that. His name is not Brando. I don't know why. We're gonna get some behind the scenes here. I don't know why it continues to put that. I've changed it several times and it keeps changing back. His name is Breo, and I don't know why, because I changed it. I'm going to change it again. All right, hold on. I got to figure out how to copy his name. I think I did it. I'm trying to copy it. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but what can you see? Yeah, you can't see nothing. Is Edmund going to win tonight or Florida? Florida's always going to win because we are insane. We're nuts. All right, I'm editing this campaign right now. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm editing it on a different thing. You guys can't see it. Sorry. Bad air. Show what's going on. Let's bring it on go. All right, I'm going to edit something real quick. Sorry for the delay, but I don't want it to go live. He's asked me to edit, and I've edited it, but it's reverted back, which is really strange. Huh. It's edited on my end. Interesting. Oh, wait. Hold on. I figured it out. I didn't edit it both places. Yes, even the last seconds of your campaign, you can edit it. So it's very, very cool. We want to make sure everybody gets it in the proper naming of what we're doing here. It's great. All right. See if anybody else got some comics. Wrong answer. You're Canadian. You don't know what's going on. Is that why I'm not getting as much work from you? Is it because your hockey season? We've got this cap cover, which is fantastic. So if you like punching Nazis, you're a Captain America fan, you need homages, this is a great one. This is a Rancid cover, which I really, really like for Troublemaker album, which is really cool. Got a really good font there. So, and lots of great stuff in the add-on menu. You could buy that Neverland that Icthea is talking about. So, or Ichthus is talking about. So, what's going on? We've got 18 more minutes, guys. If you guys have any questions, please. Anything to talk about? I got 18 minutes to talk about it. Edmonton can't be stopped. You can add late pledges now, too, as long as your campaign is live. That is true, Charlie. I already have late pledges active. I am already on that. In fact, I have a person who wants the late pledge. He can't back me till Friday. I'm super excited. But we're not talking about late pledges because I want to get them all locked in right now. We are 18 minutes to go. I want to make sure that people can back and get it. Why wait? When you can back it right now, you got 18 minutes. Love to get to the 250 backers. That would be really a personal goal of mine. So that would back. Now is the time. Edmonton can't be stopped. Let's go. Yeah, Charlie, let's go. And Charlie has American Yakuza 2 in pre-launch, which is pretty cool. I'm waiting for my physical copy. He did send the digital, did scan through it. It's a beautiful book, primo. But I'm a physical guy. I want to read it. I want it in my hand. I want to read that book. Just like Horace. If you don't know, I back a lot of Kickstarter. So I just got Horace in, and I got Snowpaw in, two great indie books. What else I got? I've got Brian Hawkins' American Kingdom. That's issue 1. I'm on issue 3. What else do I got in here? I think that's it for things that have just arrived. You're going to love the packaging. Stepping up my game. All right. I agree. Need that paper. But it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. Like I said, everything is moving smoothly. By the way, guys, if you don't know, we are now down to 16 minutes. How's the demo of the card game? That's a great question. Thanks. Yeah. So we just did one. We had to rush it a little bit because I wanted to go live, but the demo was going good. Card game is wrapping up. We should be able to start taking pre-orders from it. I really want it good and ready to go for everybody. But I took a screenshot. I just shared that through Twitter and through Facebook. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, now is the time to look at it, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about what's going on with it, which is nice. But yeah, this campaign has been really good. I've been very happy with the result. 247 backers is great. Over 6,000 is a great campaign. Really solid. This campaign, it took me a while to realize, but it's not for everybody. Not because of content. It's just it is because of content. It's not because of the art. It's not because of anything. It's just some of these things happen. Making these books happen. I think you said, Charlie, didn't you say you got a backer from the campaign, the after the fact who pledged? I think you said that. Great results and still climbing. Yes, Charlie's jumping from different stuff. Multiple. Oh, good. You're good. What game is you developing? It's a game called Epic 21. A few of our creators got into it and are doing some stuff. I know the Zion Studios, Charlie Studios. He's in it. I know FSK, which is Michael Watson's. He's in it. He's got a deck in it. So there's more than a few that have taken part in this indie comics like Epic 21. So it kind of plays like a game of 21. And then you go from there, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited to see where it goes, to get everyone where it needs to be. Let me see. I don't think. Let me see. I'll show this for a second. Sure, let's kind of give the idea. Yeah, so we're working on everything. Where is it? Twitter. So here's a shot from Twitter. So this is the game. You got a hero over here, and then you deal out cards, and you got attack power, and you got health power. You guys are kind of fighting. I had lost a card in the middle there, so that's why I don't see a card there. But it's all going to be orange cone. It's all going to be branded and handled. So it's going to be a lot of fun when we finally get it to where it needs to go. The demo is almost ready, so we can do a live demo presentation of it with some people. I'm going to challenge Michael Watson's heroes. We have a huge advantage over, though, me and Todd, the people who are working on my deck. Oh, did we lose a backer? Oh, no, we lost a backer. That's sad. That's sad. That is not what you want to see when you're live. We lost a backer. That's all right. We can get them back, guys. We can get them back. Show us some love. I'm glad. The only reason why I'm glad that lost backer, because that probably would have been a failed pledge anyways. So I want to, though it would have been though it's tragic to lose that support last minute, it is good to know that they won't be messing up my numbers at the end. So that's absolutely sick. Yeah. It's gonna be cool. And anybody can buy into it too. I don't think they've opened it up again for round 2. Now, Charlie, do you have your, since Charlie's here, do you have your own, or do you have your own, or do you have what's it called? Do you have your own campaign, or do you have are you just part of the FSK? Because he has books with the FSK. So we're down to 12 minutes. We'd like 3 more backers to get us to 250. So if you guys could do me a favor, I'm gonna post up the link. If you guys could just share it out one more time, let people know we got 10 minutes to go. See if we can pull some love out. Okay, so Sparta Scroll is mixed in with FSK. Okay, so Sparta Scroll doesn't have, the Zion universe doesn't have its own set yet, but it is part of the FSK universe, which is pretty cool. Post some stuff. So if you guys can share that link out, if you see it, that'd be great. Just let people know we got the last 10 minutes. So that's great. Charlie, I heard yet. Charlie said yet. You're right. Yeah. Spotted Squirrel and Trash Pan are adjacent. Yeah. No, I know that there's connection there. But I want to see if it's actually if you've done it. What's cool about doing these posts right now is you got I'm posting 10 minutes last. Well, people can click on it after those 10 minutes and still pledge because of the campaign, which is cool. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's see. Yeah. 10 minutes left to go. Granite State Punk is probably my most personal of my projects. It is the book that I do a lot of work and extra development in, and trying to build up that universe and try to make something special. So I'm really excited to get this out and let sure everyone knows that this book is live, and trying to get people to show some support. You only got 10 minutes left. Want to make sure that everybody has a chance. We got 9 now. But a lot of the stuff that I draw from when I do, let me see if I can. Yeah, a lot of stuff when I draw from when I do in the Granite State Punk is really personal experience. I come from a very troubled background, and I share versions of those through Granite State Punk. So it's really good to have that and to get it. Today's been a great day. We've had lots of backers. I think we've had like 10 or 15 backers today, which is really good. It really shows the love of this support of this. I get it's niche. It's set in New Hampshire, set in punk rock universe and stuff. I love so just so you know, 68 people right now are listening from Twitter. That is not true. 2 from YouTube and 2 from Facebook. Also not accurate, because I know there's a couple more people. But if anybody has any questions, please ask away, because I'm trying to wrap this up. I've got a Charlie script that is about halfway done to give him another one. And Charlie's waiting on a script, and then I got a 4-point doing, and then I'm doing a Voodoo Nations. Voodoo Nations is my next script I'm working on. We just announced the first team for Cthulhu Invades Fairy Tales 2, which is really fun. We also, that's a private group, so we didn't list it publicly. I'm also doing some submissions for another project that I want to launch in December. So things are moving really fast over here at Orange Cone, getting some great stuff. Really moving the bar here, which is great. We got about 8 minutes left to go on this one. Looks like people are increasing their pledge, which is pretty cool. I like that. I'll take that. So now you can't complain about the increasing of pledges, right? That's nothing wrong. Is this the end of Granite? Or will there be more? There's one more issue left before the trade. So we'll do one more before the trade. We are with Scout. We'll see what happens after that. But I told Scout I'd do 5, so we're going to do 5, and then we'll do a nice trade. I am going to give it an ending at the trade, but I do have a season 2 already lined up. I actually have everything marked out that I want to do the next arc and change some stuff up. So yeah. So yes, there'll be more Granite State Punk. We normally are. We're doing pretty good at trying to get 1 or 2 out a year. So hopefully you'll get the second one before the end of the year. He's going to start working on it in the fall. Get them. I really want you to I really want you to do a cover for that, Gerald. So we got to figure that out. Some button fly. Do you have any different genre projects upcoming? So I do stick in the horror a lot. So I'm working on a superhero book, believe it or not. I'm working on a superhero book with Charlie. I'm also working on my own superhero book. I have a Hotshot issue 14 that I wrote that is coming out from FSK. So I wrote that from Michael Watson. That's going to start production pretty soon. I have The Federalist, which is a period piece, more like The Punisher than my horror stuff. So it's kind of a Revolutionary War Punisher story, which is pretty cool. Using the Federalist Papers, which is neat, but mostly horror. We have the Hospice trade coming out later this year, and then I've got a series of short stories I've done through various publishers that I'm going to put together that I think is neat. Oh, Gerald's actually listening on X. He's showing that X is, it may not be 80 people, 76 people there, but he's listening. So I think that answers. Amelia, I know you back a lot of stuff. What's your favorite things that you back, man? BMD nerd. What's your favorite stuff? And we got 5 hours left, by the way. 5 hours. Love to get 3 more backers, guys. Get us to 250, which would be great. If you're out there and you want a great project, this is the one, which is pretty cool. 5 hours left to go. 5 minutes left to go, rather. Not 5 hours, 5 minutes. And the last little bit here. I'm excited to do this and kind of hang out with you guys. Thank you for Brian for showing some support last minute. Jerome's tweeting all over the place. So Jerome's, it's hockey right now, right? It's hockey and Raw. So 2 reasons, all the time. Not all the time. Just like what do you back every time? Like when it comes out, you back it. That's your book. 4 hours left to go on this campaign. 4 minutes left to go. 4 minutes, not hours, minutes. Let's see those fireworks coming right out. 6,404, which is great. That's an increase from our last campaign, which is good because we didn't quite rate 6, which is good. Getting back up, which is always good to see that people are backing it. We've the thing that Charlie and I both agreed: new versus returning backers. Let me look that up. Advanced analytics. Let's see if I can give that answer here. 3 minutes left to go. What the heck? Oh, yeah, apologies. Ranking. Let's see. Backer engagement. Returning backers. So 207 were returning backers. So that means currently 40 new backers. Back noir, cyberpunk, western stuff with leading women in anthologies. Okay, all right. We've got Cthulhu Invades. The next Cthulhu Invades is coming up. We got the Hospice trade if you didn't get Hospice before. Yeah, stuff with reasonable price there. Yeah, I try to keep my digital reasonable. I do 5, and then even for trades, I do 10. I don't charge like the crazy amounts. I see some people that are trying to get $30 and they charge 20 for the trade, for the digital for the trade. Like, it's wild. Wow. Got 2 more minutes left, guys. Wrapping this up here. Confetti's coming. Confetti is coming. Let's see what Backer Kit tells me. Love Backer Kit. What's it telling me about this campaign? It is saying so far 6% of 80% of all my pledges are from that. So it's saying I've got 214 returning backers with 34 new backers. And that's probably about right. That's got me at 248, which is, we did lose one since then, but yeah, no, all my stuff is $5. So all my regular stuff is $5. $10 you'd get my big trades. 10 or $12 is what you get for like Cthulhu, which was almost 300 pages. So this book, this beast right here. Where is it? This beast right here. Yeah, Charlie, I think that is a good state, especially when it's just on my own, getting those things. Oh, we're at the countdown, so let's make it even bigger. We're at the countdown. Count it off. I'd love to see if we can get one more. Can we get one more out in this here before we take off? And then we're going to switch. I got to watch the kids so my wife can do some editing. We got some editing for another book coming out. Editing, work, all this stuff coming. So we're working hard here. I'm excited to see where all this is going. Seconds. Oh, we're down to 46 seconds. You lost the baskets if Florida was winning tonight. Oh, probably. Seconds, yes. 37 seconds. Anybody, come on. Is anybody last minute gonna back? Show us support. Even if you don't, thank you guys for backing Granite State Punk. For those who don't know, it's my most personal of all the campaigns. It's about New Hampshire. It's about the state that I was born in. It's about drug and alcohol rehab, which is something I'm very personal about because my mom went through that. It's really, really exciting. I'm very, very proud of this book. And thank you guys all through your support. And it's been a great campaign. And thank you so much to each and every one of you guys. I can't do this without you. And I will see you next campaign. We've got Campetti. And that is it. It is over. Changed. I should have late pledges, though. Why are my late pledges not showing up? Hello? Huh. Interesting. All right, I'll have to figure out that. Let me check on your LP. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I know I turned it on. Do I have to turn it on somewhere? Again? I mean, I turned it on when I started, but do I have to hit a button? Interesting. I don't know. I had turned it on, so I'm gonna have to message them because I know I turned it on. Motherfucker. Does it take a minute? Do you know, Charlie, or did it do it immediately for you? It's immediate. I thought I did that on the background, and I just said all, but maybe I didn't. Oh, well, I'll figure it out. Could have swore I did it. So, I don't know. We can go into a private chat and look at it. Maybe you can still add some. It doesn't look like it. See, if you see in the corner, Charlie, on the screen, I can't edit the project anymore. Okay, I'll send you the link. I'm sending via Facebook, Charlie. Yeah, I don't think I can. So maybe I needed to do something, but I thought like all my stuff right next to it had like late pledges, which is interesting. Super weird. Because it all had like a $2 increase, which I thought was neat. That sucks. Oh, there's Charlie. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I did. So I activated it, but
That's one
it's
step.
the second step, like where you have to go into the campaign.
Yeah. Once you activate it, then you go into, whether it's after your campaign's live or whenever, you go into your rewards and you can choose. For each one, you can choose that you want it as a late pledge. So you have to select which one or ones you want to make it available for late pledging, and then you choose your price. It defaults to like usually like $2 for physical, $1 for yeah. But it's you have to actually pick them.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to see it here. Just creating a random thing here and to check it out just to see. Oh, never mind, because it wants to import and I'll do all that new stuff for this one, so I don't want to do that. Oh, well, I must have messed it up. I wonder if I can message them and they can turn it on, because I did activate late pledging as an option for the campaign.
Yeah, just drop a note to support to see if they'll hook you up.
Yeah, they can turn on some pledges, you know?
I mean, if they just even open up your editing, then you should be fine. That should be easy enough to do, is unlock your editing features, and then you can do your late pledges. Yeah. I don't know if they can, but it makes sense to me. I mean, you're a dev, you know, like it makes sense.
Well, they absolutely can do it, whether or not they want
whether they will or not, right? And that's the question. Yeah.
Because I did activate late pledges, but I guess I didn't activate a pledge, so I guess I messed that up. So
yeah,
I assumed naturally just because it had like the extra $2.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a 3-step process. You have to turn it on, activate them before your campaign ends, preferably before you begin.
Right.
Choose which rewards tiers, and then 3 set your prices, because it defaults to a price, but you don't have to stick to it. You can make it the same as the campaign if you want. The whole reason, I think you probably read it, but the whole reason they try to increase the cost is to give benefits to backers. Yeah, you want people to back during the campaign, not after. And so I actually agree with that philosophy. And even if it's only $1, I'd say at least increase your cost to some extent for the new pledges.
Well, and I think you should, try to remove a couple of pledges, make it special. You want to get.
I only made 3. Yeah. Yeah, I had 11 reward tiers on the main campaign, but the late pledges only had 3. So you were stuck.
And then it's the other interesting thing is too, which would be better, is people can't adjust them after, right?
Mm-mm. Yeah. Well, I think no, I don't. Yeah, you can't adjust. I think once the campaign ends, if you're a backer, you got what you're getting.
Yeah,
The
because
only
they've
way to
already tried to charge your credit card, so they're not
bingo.
going to.
Yeah, because the late pledges, I believe, are charged. It's like a retail store. I think it's charged at the end of the evening as a batch. So if I back tonight at midnight, the batch goes through and I get charged right away.
Right.
No, at
Yeah,
least that's
I'm,
how.
I'm gonna I'm gonna message them and see if they'll help me, and if they can't, that's okay. So,
That's all right. You're ready for the next one.
yeah, no, I've got a campaign in July anyway, so it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, that's perfect.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, we got Hospice in July, and then we got the first Cthulhu Invades Fairy Tales in August.
Well, and if you want me to review either one of them just to make sure everything's good to go, because I did late pledges, like it literally was made available 5 or 6 days before my campaign ended. I was like, holy biscuits, this is perfect. And so I jumped right in and started like
Right.
reading about it, and then I added them to my campaign, and I had a total of 7 late pledges.
That's great, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to, I definitely want to do it if it's possible. And I get it all the time. Like I said, I have someone on Friday who wants to pledge.
Yeah, I ended mine after a week, and I still had somebody message me, "Oh, I went in for late pledges, and it was already off. It was already ended." And I was like, "Okay, just email me. Like whatever. At that point, your campaign's funded, so it doesn't really hurt you
Well,
to."
yeah, and but the positive, it'll stay up till survey. So for me, like who does like large anthologies, I sometimes don't send those surveys out for a while because I have to wrap up a whole bunch of stuff. When these books, I didn't send it out for like 3 months, so it can sit there for months. And something big like this, people would back.
Well, and that's another great point. Is I think that's for you. Like if you do it that way, I think that's huge because that could really be a lot more. Sorry, I'm working on something. That could be a lot more revenue generation for you
Right.
and for Kickstarter, frankly.
So I'm going to report it as a bug and see what's happening.
Good luck. Let me know how that works, buddy.
I mean, what else would you say? I consider it a bug. I don't know what else. I know you're telling me it's not a bug, but I'm going to say it was.
Well, I mean, you don't. Their choices are limited on what you could select. So yeah, you kind of go with it.
So when are we gonna get American Yakuza 2? Is that literally the next project, or you just put it in pre-launch?
It is. It's the next Zion Studios project. So Blind Squirrel may launch sooner with Night Care numbers 1 through 3 from Scott Fogg. So I've got 2 different. I've got the 2 different businesses now. So whereas Blind Squirrel is more of the traditional comic book you think of, superheroes and stuff like that, and then Zion's gonna be all the other stuff. Whether I do horror. Probably anthologies, unless it's exclusively a superhero anthology. And then if we do any like superhero, what do they call it? Good grief! When you like Injustice or The Boys, where you shoot. There's a word for it. My brain's
so like anti-hero type stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's one way. That was not what I was looking for, but it's close enough. Yeah, if I do anything like that, it'll probably go under Zion Studios. But I think more of the traditional, non-killing, non-mature, anything superhero is going to be over Blind Squirrel, and it'll be Teen Plus or lower rating. I won't do mature over there. So anyway, all that said is I have Rook. I have 3 campaigns I'm building. American Yakuza 2, which I want to launch that after we fulfilled. So I just approved proofs on Monday of last week. They found a couple of errors on their end, not my end, thankfully, that they had me just double check behind today, actually. And then I think they're going to ship it all at once. The metal covers, my new printer does do also the metal covers, but that's a manual process, just like most metal covers are anyway. So it takes an extra 5 to 7 days of processing. So if it all ships together, I expect it ships next week. I could get lucky and have it shipped this week, but working with this printer is kind of nice because they're like, oh yeah, your 400 and something books is a small job, and I'm like, really? I love you.
Yeah, have you jumped from you jumped from Comics Wellspring just because of the time? Because I know you're
um,
really loyal to them.
yeah, no, I love them, and I'll still promote them. You know, I'm trying another printer
Sure.
based on some recommendation with some friends. I had looked at Comic Impressions, and I've used them in the past for prints, posters, and actual comics, and they're good. And Rich and the team are really cool. My, I mean, I don't know. I'll just say it. Like my thing with Comic Impressions is they screw up a lot, and
They
when they
do.
screw up,
They do. They always make it
yeah.
right, but they mess up a lot. Yeah, you're right.
100%. I mean, that's right. So there, I want to thank you for saying that because I was going to say like, but when they screw up, they fix it. That's the great thing, and they usually take care of their customers. But my thing is if you can't get it right the first time more frequently, how long can you stay in business doing that? And how much does that cost you and your customers to get
Yeah,
it done?
it is wild. They live in Florida, so for
Yeah,
me, not it
it's
makes
a
sense.
drive for you, right?
Yeah, I can drive there, but I admit they one out of every 5 jobs there is something.
Yeah, and
there,
the bigger the job, the bigger the screw up I've noticed, and so that's
so
my
I've
cautionary
actually
tale.
found it the opposite. It's when they use the smaller printer that I see
Oh,
more.
they
It's
sub
it's
some of that stuff out, then that makes sense.
Yeah, I know that like there's examples of other people.
Yeah.
Madeline says Ready Comics. Yeah, Ready Comics is great metal. That's who I get all my medals from. I take that back. I do get
I
some from Comic Impressions, but I do get them from
so
Ready. So,
yeah, I like Ready Comics, and I was ordering from them, and I got a new rep from them, Emma, and she's awesome. But my thing with Ready Comics is I hate their website, and I'm kind of a snob. If I can't order everything I need on your website the way I should order it, I don't want to deal with you. And that's what got me in the Comics Wellspring in the first place because their website's perfect. Like
right,
it's
you know
exactly
your
what you
price,
need.
you know everything. Right.
Yeah, if you're doing a trade, it'll auto calculate your spine width for you. So for those of you who do your own trade dress, it's nice to be able to see that. Oh, let me double check my spine width and stuff like that. So, BMD Nerd says thank you by the way for American Yakuza. And yeah, gritty superheroes. It depends on how gritty. Going back to the original conversation he was referring to, I wasn't paying attention to the comments. I apologize. I was working. I have a illustrator on another panel or screen. Gritty superheroes, it depends. If it's like Punisher from the 80s and 90s where you really didn't show a lot of gore, I probably just do it as Blind Squirrel, depending on how it fits in the rest of the universe. If it's more of a Marvel Max from the 90s, if you guys remember that, when they went kind of hardcore Vertigo-esque on some of the gritty heroes, then that would probably fall under Zion Studios and not Blind Squirrel. I just want to be really clear with my audience. If they're buying Blind Squirrel books, that they're not going to open one up and see boobies or a whole lot of excess blood or intestines or anything else, that they know they can grab that Blind Squirrel book. And the worst thing to see is like somebody going, oh, damn. And that's about it. Or implied relations, if you know what I mean. So anyway, so I like Ready Comics. Going back to the original thread, I found that their website is trash, and um, it's such a clunky process for me. You got to make it simple for me because I have so much other stuff going on. I don't want to sit there and try to make sure that I've ordered the right thing on your website because I can't figure out how to work the freaking website.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I have a new trade. I heard you talking about trade in the spaces earlier.
Yeah.
The people who are doing my trade now, they're overseas, but they're really, really good. Who did the Cthulhu's?
Are they doing the dress and everything for you? Is that, or is it just the printer? Are you referring to the
They're the
printer or
printer.
the?
No, they're the
Yeah,
printer.
yeah.
I have Jerome do all my
I thought
design.
so. Jerome's
Well,
amazing. So
what's
yeah.
cool about it is it's very inexpensive to ship a batch to you for what you're getting. So you could get a batch to do and then get the bigger order later for like cons and stuff. And they'll do it before 30 days. And what's cool about it, you know how long it takes to overseas. It takes about 45 days plus like 30 printing. So you're looking at like they charge you half up front and half at the end, which is great for you and I who have for cash flow, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it gave me a lot of cash flow to be able to do a lot of stuff. Highly recommend them. Clay Adams is using them, and a whole bunch of other people are using them now. So.
Oh, Clay's using them. I can't trust him then. Clay's a turd.
Right.
No, that's awesome. No, I like that. That's good to know. Thank you very much.
They're very good. I mean, I was getting quotes of 17 for how many I needed for Cthulhu, and I got it down to about 9. So I think $1,000.
Not full disclosure, I guess, because I'm talking to you, even though other people are listening and watching, but they're creators too. Yeah, I don't care. I am trying another printer because, sorry, I got to plug my laptop in. Because of cost. Like I'm looking at, let's be honest, like I want quality first. That's my first concern. And then I want to make sure that I have the best cost possible. And this printer quoted me something that was the same materials I asked for, and they knew exactly, because they're a book printer, so they knew exactly. I said, hey, I want these uncoated pages, this weight. I want this weight, glossy covers. I want to go saddle stitch for this one. I want to go perfect bound for this one. Right. I said, hey, here's my specs that I'm using. And I was able to throw all this stuff out there at them, and they didn't bat an eyelash. They actually came back to me and made me, answer some more questions like that I didn't detail, which was really, because I do my own pre-press, was really helpful for me. Right. And the other thing is, when I get the final quote, I was like, what's the shipping look like? And they said, no, that's the shipped price. I was like, oh. and so I love Comics Wellspring, and in fact, I just got a whole shipment. It's in my garage, but I got a whole shipment of boxes from them with their logo on it and everything like that. So I'll continue to promote Dan and the crew. And I'm
going to say this, and I've used Comics Wellspring, and I will continue to use them. Very similar to you. However, I feel the opposite. I feel their books bow. I feel when you put them on a shelf, they bow, which causes a problem because of the way they print. And then I feel the quality of the trades, even your trades, which I love, they don't feel as high quality as I'd like them to. You can feel it. It kind of feels like it's been weathered a little bit.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. And there's a little bit of that to it. And that was, and I don't know if you're on that space when I was talking about this, but one of the things that annoyed me about their graphics team versus this new one that I'm checking out. And I haven't mentioned the name because I'm still checking them out. So I don't want people to jump over to these guys and they turn out to be trash. But my trade, when I got the proof, I was like, yo, your glue bound my cover to cover up part of the first page. And they're like,
right.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, yeah, that happens. And I was like, oh, no, hold on. That's not the answer. The answer is, you need to tell me how much gutter bleed I need for those first pages, because that's the worst page that gets slaughtered.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
right there on the line. Is this the one?
Look at that. Yeah, that's the one.
There. You can read it, but it's right on the line.
It's so well, and that's after I edited it because they said something, but they didn't tell me. So I'm still fudging the bleed, and I guessed, and I got lucky enough to get all the text visible. But had I known that it was going to be like that, I would have put a blank page or a logo page or something stupid. Right. And that's why a lot of if you go open some of the trades out there, some of them have a blank page or a logo page or here's what came before or something simple that's very centered and small inside. And that's so they don't run into that bleed issue. That's not uncommon. I mean, that's a thing. I knew about it when I designed the pages in the first place. I accommodated for what I expected. And then their glue ran way higher than I thought it would. And or way deeper than I thought it would. And so the gutter's shallower. The gutter's deeper, the page is shallower. And I just made adjustments. The current printer already came to me and said, hey, this balloon, one freaking balloon in the entire book, they were like, yeah, it might get clipped off. And I was like, let me fix that. And I adjusted the page, that layer, and it's fantastic. And they came back to me and they sent me a whole other digital proof and said, good to go. But you make the final call. So it's stuff like that. It just, to me, a printer is more than just a printer. A printer should be your companion, your partner in publishing. They should be as invested in your book, or seemingly, because they're not ever going to be as invested in your book as they are your own. They should be seemingly as invested in the quality of the output of your book as you are. And it should feel that way. And when a printer does that, that makes a big deal. Comics must be great, and I love those people. And they're growing fast. And so you're gonna have to take some hiccups with them on that front. Know those things. You know that stuff. You're fine. Again, if you're doing a trade, I'm just gonna tell you right now. If you're doing a trade with Comics Wellspring, put a logo page in before your content starts, even your forward. Just do it. Don't mess around. Why? It costs you fractions of a penny to put 2 pages. I guess you'd have to put 4 pages in, but figure it out.
And if you open most professional trades, like I have a redneck trade right here, most of them do it just to prepare for that.
100%.
Right here, I don't even 100% know, but yeah, see.
Boom. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
We did it just in case that would happen.
Yep. So part of it's my fault because I actually expected that and try to accommodate for it instead of just doing the right thing and putting a lead page in, is what they call that. So.
You had a good intro, and with how many pages you have in these books.
It was 160 something pages.
You're so wild, man. You're so wild. Like even just this, like who does this? You could have had like a year's worth of floppies, but nah, bro. This is what you're getting.
Yeah. I like to try to break barriers a little bit. My big thing is, and I talked about this on the Twitter Spaces earlier, is like somebody, the whole space started because of a tweet. Now, I don't care about the tweet or the person's intention behind it. The point was we started talking about something, and one of the contexts was if you're making a book to sell a book, then you're going to be miserable or something like that. I can't remember the tweet.
Right.
And I understood. I think I understood what they were trying to say in 160 characters or less, and I think it was poorly done. But I poorly speak all the time, so pot and kettle. But I argued the point, like, okay, if you make a book that you just enjoy, that's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to gatekeep and tell you can't make a book that you just enjoy. You don't care if it sells or not. That's fine. That's your prerogative. But if you want to keep making books, you have to at least consider how to sell the book, which means you have to make a book that is sellable in the first place. That's the only point I made. And what the heck was I going with that, Travis? And so, like, to your point about like the Titan, like I wanted a book that was going to stand off from other indies. I want it to look not like an indie. I want it to feel not like an indie. I want people to read through it and go, who does this? You did that, right? And that's kind of my thing. Now, will it cost me? Maybe, but I tell you what, that book you just showed up was one of my best sellers. Not on Kickstarter. It did well on Kickstarter. It wasn't my best on Kickstarter, but the aftermarket on that one has been ridiculous. It's my #1 selling book at the cons right now.
Well, and I think for Spider Squirrel particular, I think you need more than an issue to understand the character, because if you just read a single issue, depending on the issue, you could see he's just a joke. He's just Deadpool, but he's far more complex character than that. And you need to get those vulnerable beats, and you can't guarantee to have that in an individual issue. It's over the tone.
Oh, I 100% agree with you. I think that's and that's part of the reason I wanted to. So when I did that book, one of the things I wanted to do is not wait to introduce people to more of my world. So I said, what better way to do it than partner with a bunch of indie creators like myself who want to put stories out there, whether they're work for hire or not, and reach out to those folks. And it's 2 things for me. So one, it gives me a chance to tell a bunch, or at least lead into a bunch of stories and ideas that I have. So you can see my Canadian heroes, you can see my mystical heroes, you can see my Japanese heroes, you can see, all kinds of parts of my Blind Squirrel universe as it is now. And it gives me a chance to showcase a whole bunch of indie talent. So, Anthony Harry, I think Anthony is a great person. Dude, what a great dude he is. And he's a darn fine artist. Like, he is really good. And I gave him a chance to really, like, he and Morgan Quaid worked together on a Cthulhu-esque story of in there. It's only 8 pages long. And yet I thought it was it's one of those stories you read and go, that's the one. It's like, I want to read more of that. I want to know more about Kodiak. I want to know more about this little cult that's in this. It was really well done. Kat Kalamia, I'm assuming I say her name right, but Kamakuno, she wrote a slice of life kind of a thing where we're at a funeral. Like, there's some superpowers used, but it's heroes at a funeral. No costumes, no secret code names or crazy stuff like that. It's people. It's heartfelt human stories. Now you want to know more. Kurt Belcher did a story where it's a campfire story, literally a campfire story, where some Canadian heroes are reminiscing about their time in World War II, and there's a flashback story. So the bulk of the story is flashback, but again, another way to go, oh, I want to know more about these characters. And I just, me as a reader, go, oh, I could see that. So anyway,
it works. I mean, you
does.
hired me to write a script, and that I've used tons of things using this for material to add to the story that I'm creating for you. Because of that, we have a lot of the villains. We have, and even people you wouldn't expect to see again, like Brain Damage. I have Brain Damage in issue.
I love Brain Damage.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. He's in one of my little shots in the beginning, and like grabbing things from this universe and like expanding on it, and then adding some of my own spice. Right, I added some new characters in the universe, 8 or so. So I'm excited.
No, me too. I'm super excited about it, and I'm really grateful to work with you and guys like you, who are friends and collaborators and co-creators, and we get to go out there and kind of play in the sandbox together. It's a lot of fun. There's no freedom like this, right? So I'm excited. It's a wild ride. It's a blast, man.
Where are we at with Milestone? I'm a big fan of Milestone. We left on a cliffhanger. Where are we at?
So God Quest 3, I just got the last inked page from Ariel 2 weeks ago. Okay. Doing some edits, and then so we're making sure the pages are good, and then thanks BMD nerd. Doing some edits, and then we're gonna go to colors soon. So that one is, and we're already started 4. So actually, Ariel's got the script for 4. I told him to hold off for just a minute because of the lineup of books now with the split Kickstarters. That one's coming, and we already have the spinoff. There's going to be a spinoff miniseries from God Quest, and I think you're going to love. If you already are enjoying God Quest, thank you. What Vito has written through issue 4, and what he has planned through 7. So we're going to do 6 issues. We're going to do 7. Is just it's one of his. If it's not his best work yet, outside of Stray, it will be soon. Like, it's really freaking good. We're playing with this character. It is not a deconstruction of superheroes, but we're literally going to deconstruct the superhero, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I think it's a ride that people are really appreciating. Another book that when I go to cons, I always sell out of. I never take enough, so I got to fix that. But yeah, more coming very, very soon. I would say, what is it, June? So August, September. If I haven't launched 3 yet, should be on Kickstarter by then. And at that point, we'll have already been probably halfway through the inks on issue 4. So we're just keeping it moving forward.
Nice. I'm excited to read it.
Thanks, dude. I'm excited for you to read it. Half the time I'm excited to read it because I'm not writing the script, so it's even more fun.
And I'm halfway through the next issue that I have for you too. I should get it to you. I'm trying to get it done before the end of the month, but I don't think I will because my anniversary is coming. We're doing stuff. I know you're not.
Yeah. Well, like Yakuza, I actually had the entire 100 pages of script done before we even the first page of art came in. So I will probably do similar in terms of timeline. Is I've got what you've done, and then pay for more. You'll finish more. Probably be 3/4 to 4/5 through it before I even start the first page of art. I'd love to work with Jordy if she's still available. I think her art's fantastic, and it'll be good for this book based on what you've already written. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah. It's still time. I know you're juggling a lot of projects. I remember when I started, I was like, "How are you gonna do all this?" You're like, "I can handle it," and then you started doing. You're like, "Well, maybe there's a lot."
Hey, I'm handling it. Well, and you know what? Actually, with the change for me, so you'll see things pick up probably soon. The change is getting that second publishing arm and having it be a separate entity where separate but
Not equal.
subordinate. Yeah. Um, I think that'll help me quite a bit with getting stuff out more frequently and regularly, but which is the most consistency is the most important thing to me. Um, Getting stuff out more consistently and then being able to deliver while something else is going on. Because you know how it is. Like you go to Kickstarter, you're like, well, you feel like you can't really do anything else until the Kickstarter ends. And then when the Kickstarter ends, you're so freaking busy for the next month and a half that you forget that you had other stuff going on. And so I've got to and I got to thank Kat and Phil for one of their Substack posts recently, which kind of helped me think about my own processes. So, creating a workflow that allows me to do that without disrupting my family, and of course, I still have a day job. Being able to do my day job, spend time with my family, and still fulfill things and create books. I think I've got. I'm not saying I got it figured out, dude, because I don't. But I think it's going to be a lot faster, a lot better, and
Yeah,
you'll see a lot more consistent stuff
I had
coming.
a similar conversation with Heather. I pitched a thing to her, and she was just like it's a great idea, but it's another thing. She's like, I want you to create new stuff because once you get into these levels, you want to create all these new things, but you got to really clear the palette. And that's been my year this year. Is I have tons of things I'm working on that's new and exciting. Got to clear the
Hmm.
motions. Got to clear the path. Got Granite State Punk. I want to get it to its trade. Broke down. Had to get to its like you got to kind of clear all these things out to make room for that new. And that's kind of where I'm at. So it's a less exciting year, 2024. Not that we don't have some cool things coming out. It's just it's less exciting as new stuff. But
Yeah.
if you noticed on Kickstarter, and this is just reality for those who are watching this who are like Kickstarter creators, creating new is your biggest, easiest growth. If Charlie just did Spider Squirrel, it eventually slows down. It
Yeah.
just does. And even people like White Ash and with Charlie Stickney, yes, his money increases, but if you look at his backer numbers, they're decreasing a little bit. It's
Or
just
they're flatlining. Yeah. I mean, that's
flatlining.
yeah.
These things happen when you do the same thing consistently. It used to not be that way, but it's changed. But the way to combat that, what I've seen, is creating new. Just like you said, you got how many for American Yakuza? How many new potential backers?
56% of our backers were brand new. Had
Right. So
never backed a Zion Studios project ever.
that's 56 percent chance that they will try out any new stuff if they like American Yakuza. And I think the stuff that you're doing coming out, is it's a lot of stuff's very serious. You look at all your stuff, it's very serious. Not like Night Care that's coming up next, but most of the stuff is very serious. Think people would line up for American Yakuza, not everything, but people would.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting to your point. So, 111 brand new to me backers. Period. One of my late pledgers was a brand new backer. So 112. You take that and you go, okay, so 57% of my backers are new. That was great. But of those 57% new backers, I haven't run the actual math, but if just ballparking, 80+% of those new backers also picked up at least one other title from my library, whether it's Spider Squirrel or God Quest or Night Care or some combination. Um, that's incredible. And so not only did we capture a new audience, a large portion of a new audience, but we engaged them with our existing stuff. So they didn't just jump in and move forward. They jumped in and went backward to see what else we had. And then they're also likely, a high percentage of them are going to stay to finish out at least American Yakuza. And if they like the other things that they bought and read, then now I've got more and more backers. And I gave away a bunch like this month. By the way, if anybody's watching still, you can go to my website through the end of the month and get all of my issue 1s or 0s for free, except for specials, trades, and any other specials is probably the best way to say it. So specials and trades are only exclusion to that. So you can't get the Titan and you can't get my trade paperback for free. But you can get like Night Care 1 for free, God Quest 1 for free, Spider Squirrel 1 for free, not Yakuza yet, and WatchGuard 0, which is arguably my worst book ever, but people really enjoy it, and I'm fine with that. I appreciate that. I'm critical of it, but
Hey, did you see that you got a buy from it on Global Comics recently? Or
I did, yeah.
About 6 months. That's me, boy.
Oh,
Me.
hey, thanks, brother.
It was 1 a.m. I was working on a script. I needed that information, so I spent
you could have just messaged me. I would have sent you this stupid book.
I know, but I didn't want to. I was in the middle of my thing. I was in the middle of my script.
I understand.
I needed the information right then, and I was like, I'll give Charlie some money.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I did see that. It's funny. WatchGuard has it's an interesting thing. I think if I plotted it on a map, I'd see kind of a roller coaster. It'll sell and then it just disappears for months. And then somebody will buy one and then like a few people will buy it and then it disappears for months. And then it's just interesting. It's weird. It just always comes back around. So I do have plans for them. In fact, if you read the trade of Spider Squirrel and you read the epilogue, there's one panel that teases their return. So
in the big scene, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's a spread page with the whole it has like 9 panels or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm going to keep writing for you forever. I mean, I just wrote your wife in it, and she'll love the humor, so she'll go, I heard that Travis guy again. He uses me.
My wife would never thought in a million years she'd not only care about going to comic conventions, but she'd actually be a part of them, cosplaying and character. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
But I appreciate. I know you're working on some stuff. I'm gonna switch off, tag the wife in so she can do some editing tonight.
Yeah, good. Yeah, give her my love and please, dude. Yeah, go take care of her.
We're gonna see you in Baltimore. I'm super excited about it. We've already planned our hotel, reserved everything, got it all taken care of. We're gonna hit that noodle place this time because you missed it last time. We're still.
That place is so.
My wife is legit mad about it. I'm not kidding. She's like, all your other friends got to have noodles, but we didn't.
Hey, and when I went, Walter and Louise were behind me, so I'm sitting there hanging with the Simonsons, and I reached around the corner. I tapped Walter on the shoulder. I said, "Hey, can I borrow your chopsticks?" He's like, "I'm gonna put you in the face," and it was just that was the start of a beautiful friendship. So yeah, dude, that ramen place is balling. So we got to do that next time.
So, but it'll be good. We'll figure something out. I'm excited about it. So only a few months away now.
Yeah, God, don't remind me.
So,
Travis, love to you, bro. Have a good night.
Peace.
I'll see you.
Thanks for enjoying the end of my campaign with me.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.